Hey everybody, welcome back. Today's review comes to you from the house of L'artisan Parfumeur. It is a 1999 release created by the wonderful perfumeur Olivia Giacobetti. This one here is called Dzing. Now, I don't know if that will get into focus. There we go. I have a this style bottle, 100ml bottle. They now look different. They're in a darker, more opaque bottle with different labeling. So this is kind of the version before that. I haven't tried the new version of Dzing. It is still widely available. But well, let's get into the review straight away and see what Dzing smells like. All right, so in the opening, there is the first things in conjunction I get are a almost fruity alcohol liquor kind of scent accord, as well as something a little bit dirty, a little bit musky, animalic. And what happens as it begins to dry down is you get this kind of, it's predominantly a leather, an animalic leather accord. Now, I think the inspiration for this fragrance is actually comes from the circus, being around that environment. I have read there were inspirations about having those animalic features, barnyard, also mixed in with candy floss and all the kind of things you can get at those type of shows. And I think this brief has been met pretty much, because the one thing that this reminds me of a lot when I smell it is as a kid going to those, not necessarily a circus, but we have these agricultural shows once a year here that you go to, and it's a fair. There are rides, there are animal enclosures, and I really get a sense of that smell. And it is barnyard to me. Like I get the animal, I get the leather. The leather here is not a birchy leather. I think most of the leather facets come here from castoreum, from the use of castoreum in particular. There is very lovely dirty musks here that, yes, can be perceived as a little bit fecal, but it is just enough. People might not like it. This actually lends, for me, a really nostalgic kind of bent on this leather for me. The sweetness here at various times, like I said, when it opens up, it smells like a fruity, like a fermented fruit, or even candy-like, not in any way like you would smell in a lot of scents today with the use of ethyl maltol, where it smells of just like really sugary candy floss sugar. It's nothing like that. It's almost more like a nail varnish, nail polish kind of sweetness. So it's this strange mix of animalic, agricultural, and makeup-y in a way, but not iris makeup. For me, it's specifically nail polish. And when I was looking up what chemical or compound or makes nail polish smell the way it does, I found out that generally they use something called ethyl acetate, which in perfumery also lends itself to being to providing a bit of fruitiness to perfume. And so I do get quite a bit of that. In the end, when it does dry down, ultimately, I find that this is one of the most addictive leather fragrances that I have in my wardrobe. And for me, ultimately, it's a leather with a twist. It's a little bit animalic, at stages. Then there is that lovely touch of sweetness that never gets overdone. And if I had to pick faults in this fragrance, for me, is that I wish that it lasted longer on my skin. In fact, the longevity itself is not too bad. I get up to 6 hours on my skin, but this to me doesn't have too much projection. It gets to a skin scent after a couple of hours and pretty much stays there for the duration. But, you know, having heard myself just say that out, you probably don't want something like this to be a beast projector because, let's face it, something like this could easily offend other more sensitive noses. So it is a little bit for the brave of heart, this fragrance. You know, some people might smell it and immediately be repulsed, but I find it unbelievably addictive for some reason. Never at any stage do I think, oh, what am I smelling here? Why do I want to smell like a farm? But it's more the fact that it is an evocative smell for me. It might bring back different memories for different people, but for me, it captures those times beautifully. The excitement of being somewhere like a fun fair, but seeing animals that you would never see in, you know, everyday life. It's an exciting scent to wear, and I really enjoy it and find it addictive. Like I said, I wish I could smell it for longer on my skin, but again, from L'Artisan, it produces, I mean, this has been around for 20 years, but it's pretty much one of their more famous fragrances and not universally loved, but the people that do enjoy it, I think, really love it from the reviews that I read. So in terms of accords, mainly what I get are this sweetness from whatever is causing that sweetness. There is dirty musks, there is leather, and there are other notes listed here, but not that stand out to me too much. And like I said, some people write that, or say that they get this candy floss accord, but I don't really get that. I get a sweetness, but it basically just accentuates the leather and the musks here in this fragrance. So if you're a fan of those type of accords, definitely check it out. And I don't really have much more to say other than if you have tried Dzing, let me know what you think in the comments. And also, what other animalic leathers do you like? I mean, there are a lot out there, and this is different to any that I've smelled as well. So I hope you enjoyed that review. Thank you for watching again, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.